So in today's video, we are going to learn the 8 flat transition effects in PowerPoint. So let's begin. So for this, first of all, we need to insert an oval shape. So here we are going to insert the oval shape. Okay, and we are going to place it in the center of the slide. Now we are going to insert the donut shape. Okay, so similarly, we'll place the donut like this and just make sure that there is no gap. Fine. Now make the exact copy of the donut by pressing the Ctrl D. Place it on top of the previous one. Now by pressing the Ctrl plus Shift and now by dragging the mouse, we are going to increase the size of the donut like this. Similarly, one more time we are going to repeat the same step. Okay, so why do we press Ctrl plus Shift plus mouse button? So that the center is same for all the circles like this. Now by pressing the Ctrl A key, we are going to select all the shapes together. The shape outline is going to be the no outline. Shape fill is going to be the dark blue color. Fine. Now in the next step, we'll go to the animation. In the animation, either you can have the entrance effect, that is wheel, or you can give the exit effect, that is wheel. Then now in the next step, for all the animations, just have start with previous. For the oval one, in the effect option, you will see there is one spoke selected. That's fine. But now for the first donut, you have to go for 3 spokes. Then for the second donut, 4 spokes. And for the fourth donut, we'll go for 8 spokes. Okay. Now let's just have a preview for the same slide. Beautiful. So that was all about wheel transition. Now next, we are going to start with the rainbow. So for that, we are going to insert the arc shape. Okay, so here as you can see that here we have this block arc shape. So like this, we are going to insert it. And we are going to place it at the bottom and in the center of the slide. So the same way we are going to make the exact copy by pressing the Ctrl D. Okay, and the same way by pressing the Ctrl plus Shift plus arrow, we are going to make it, drag it upwards like this. Okay, and so on. We have to make the 7 arc. Okay. So like this, we have added the 7 arcs. Now in the next step, we are going to press the Ctrl A key to select all the arcs together. Now in the next step, I am going to press the Ctrl D to make the exact copy. Now in the shape format option, in the rotate option, we are going to just select flip vertical option. Okay, and this time we will just bring it upwards like this. Okay, so that we have a circle shape. Now in the next step, for these ones we are going to give no shape outline and the shape fill also going to be no fill. Okay, now in the next step, again we are going to press the Ctrl A key to select all the shapes together and then we are going to group them. Done. So here in the next step, let's just select these rainbows and let's go to the animation, and in the animation we will give the spin animation. Fine. And now in the effect options, instead of the full spin, we will just give the half spin like this. Either it can be clockwise or counterclockwise. like this. And just make sure that it starts with previous. And now let's have a preview for the same slide. Beautiful. Okay. Now similarly, we'll learn how to create a wave transition effect. So for that, just we are going to copy the same slide by pressing the Ctrl D key. Okay. Now we are going to move to the shape format option. To the shape format, and in shape format we are going to ungroup everything. For the bottom shapes we can just delete them. Okay, and here for this violet arc we will go to the shape format and we will go to the added shape, change shape to the circle. All right. Okay, now we are going to select all the arcs together by pressing the Ctrl A key. Okay, so in the next step we are just going to move to the animations effect. In the animation effect we will just select the grow or shrink animation like this. All right. Okay, now in the next step we will just select start with previous option, nothing here. Now let's just select this oval. Okay, so for this oval we are going to bring it down here. Okay, and in the more effect options we are going to select 800%. Okay, so like this it is going to cover the whole slide. So let's have a preview for the same. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's move to the fourth style, that is oblong. Okay, so for that let's zoom in. Okay, so in the first step we are going to insert the shape diamond. So here is the shape diamond, so let's just insert like this and place it in the center of the slide like this. Okay, just give it a black color also. Now in the next step we will go to the animation tab. In the animation we will go to the add animation, and on more entrance effect we will give the zoom effect. Then press OK button. Now for the same we will go to the add animation and we are going to just select the grow or shrink animation. Let's just open the animation pane, select both the animations and start with previous. Alright. For the grow and shrink animation we are going to move to the effect options. In the effect options let's just have this smooth end. Okay, and then press the OK button like this. Okay, and for this let's just reduce the duration to 1 second only. So it is going to look like this. We are going to make the exact copy of the same diamond. We are going to place it on top of the previous one like this, and this time we are going to change the color of it to red color. Alright, and this time let's delay it in the animations. Let's delay the animation by 0.25 seconds. Okay, now let's just add one more on top of the previous one only. In the shape format let's just give some other color. Okay, and in the animation let's just delay it by 0.5 seconds. Okay, and this time in the grow or shrink effect, in the effect options, instead of 150% we'll just go to 300% and then OK. Fine. So let's just select this diamond one more time, press the Ctrl D. Again we are going to delay it by 0.75. Okay, in the shape format option again give it some color like this. Okay, Now we are going to add one more diamond at the end. This time its color is your choice, whatever your final result you want. So I will give this maroon color only. Alright, and same way in the animation we are going to delay it by 1 second. And for the grow and shrink animations, we'll go to the effect options. Instead of 300%, let's just go for 600% and then press the OK button like this. Okay, so now let's have a preview for the same. Beautiful. Alright, so now let's move to our fifth style, that is gate option. So gate option, let's just enter. We are going to insert the shape rectangle. It's really very easy. So till the middle of the slide we are going to, and then press the Ctrl D button. Similarly add one more rectangle. Like this we are going to cover the whole slide. Now let's just give it any color. Let's just give it dark blue color only and shape outline, no outline. Fine. Now in the next step, in the animation effect, so let's just give it fly animation. Perfect. For the upper one, let's just start from top. Okay, and select both the animations and start with previous like this. Now similarly we are going to insert two more rectangles. Okay, this time they are going to be like this, and similarly it should cover the half part of the slide. Press the Ctrl D. Perfect. Done. Okay, now in the next step, let's just select both the rectangles and give this yellow color, shape outline, no outline. Now same way we are going to give the animation, fly in animation, but for this block it is going to come from the left, and for this it is going to come from right. Okay, now for both the rectangles, for the upper one it is going to start after previous, and for the lower one it's going to start with previous, like this. Okay, all about the gate transition. Now the next is spinner transition. For this spinner's transition, let's have a blank slide. Now let's just insert a rectangle. Okay, like this we are going to insert the rectangle covering the whole slide and in the center, and let's just give it maroon color. Fine. Now in the next step we are going to insert more rectangles over this red rectangle only. So like this we are going to add rectangles, and by pressing the Ctrl D key we are just going to place them adjacent to each other like this. Perfect. Now let's just select all the rectangles together. Perfect. Now shape outline, no outline, shape fill, this blue color. Now let's go to the animation pane, add animation, more entrance effect. In the more entrance effect we will just select the spinner. Okay, beautiful. And let's just start it with previous. Now for the same rectangles we are going to add one more animation to it, and that is going to be grow or shrink animation. So same way it is also going to start with previous only, but for the first rectangle let's just start after previous like this. Okay, now for all these rectangles let's just reduce the duration to only 1 second so that it is faster. And in the effect options, so let's just increase the size from 150 to 600% and like this. Perfect. Now let's have a preview for the same. Beautiful. Okay, now let's start with our next transition effect, that is cross transition effect. So for that, let's zoom out a little bit. So we are going to zoom out the slide. Okay, now let's just insert the shape, that is our plus shape. It's here. Okay, so we are going to insert the cross shape over here, and we want it like this. Perfect, at the center of the slide. Now we can just increase the size of the slide, zoom in. Now in the next step, we will just make the copy of the same cross. Okay, and let's just reduce the size of the cross. A very tiny cross we want this time, and let's place it in the center of our slide. Okay, for this cross we will give it white color. For the outer one, we are going to give it the red color, and the shape outline, no outline. Okay, so now for both the crosses, in the animation pane, we will go to add animation and we'll go for more exit effect. And in the more exit effect, you will see that there is one option, shrink and turn, like this. Okay, so for both of them, we are going to select the shrink and turn option. And let's start with previous only. Okay, but for the cross 1, we are going to take it downwards. Cross 2 will happen first, and for the cross 1, we are going to delay it by 0.5 seconds. Okay, so like this it is going to appear. Perfect. Now the next transition effect, let's begin with it. Okay, so for this transition effect, you all are going to suggest me the name for it. You can write it in the comment box, and let's just begin. So it's very easy. For this, we just have to insert the rectangle. I couldn't think of some name for it, so let's just insert a rectangle. Okay, and let's just give it this color, and shape outline, no outline. Now make the exact copy by pressing the Ctrl D and so on, so that it should cover the whole slide like this. Fine, perfect. Now in the next step, we are going to give it an animation that is going to be the grow or shrink animation, and it is perfect animation. But here we are going to start with previous only. Okay, the first rectangle, then for the second rectangle, delay it by 0.25 seconds, again 0.5. So we just have to increase it by 0.25 seconds. Okay, done. So now let's have a preview for the same. Beautiful. So now we are going to reduce the duration to only 1 second. Okay, and in the effect options, instead of 150 degree, we are going to select 200%. Okay, and let's just have a smooth and then OK button. And now let's have a preview for the same. Beautiful.